It's your boy Good in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have here for you guys awesome transfer news, and yes, daily Arsenal news stuff. So stay tuned and watch the video till the end, and make sure you subscribe if you see daily Arsenal content. Of course, so we come up with these kind of stuffs every day. So yes, we go live as well. So be a part of that as well. 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Yeah. So, without any further ado, let's talk about more transfer news because new players being linked with Arsenal. But first of all, some good news for you. Cedric Soares and his wife have surprised fans by announcing the arrival of their first child. Well, the Arsenal right back kept the news of Felipe Brandao's pregnancy secret until the couple unveiled their bundle of joy. Well, Cedric posted a photo of him on social media cradling his daughter Sienna in his arms alongside the word blessed and heart emoticons. I'm sorry. Congratulations, Cedric Soares, for the beautiful news for Sienna. All the best with your future, man. But moving on, well, Premier League clubs are furious at new club restrictions surrounding team meals. The Department for Digital Media and Culture have banned teams eating together while cooped up in hotels around matches. Well, Premier League as well as EFL chiefs are attempting to rally against the changes. Currently, players returning from international duty will have to rely on room service for their meals, and they will have to eat alone in their rooms until at least 2nd of December as lockdown again tightens around the country. But moving on, well, talks are already ongoing over a crucial January loan transfer in the development of William Saliba, reports have suggested. The Frenchman moved to Arsenal, we all know, was loaned back to Saint-Etienne. Injuries, bam, Saint-Etienne came back for him in the summer transfer window, could not get completed in the right move because Arteta wants him to have his transitional year. So it looks like he's going back to probably, I think, the only team that would love to have him. Every team would love to have him. Rennes were interested, but they want experience, so I think he's going back to Saint-Etienne for now. But moving on, Ian Wright has admitted he is worried about the progression of the likes of Eddie Nketiah and Reiss Nelson as Arsenal stick with Alex Lacazette. In the early weeks of the season, Lacazette has struggled for form with many questions, well, of course, being raised by a lot of Arsenal fans. So, Ian Wright said, Reiss Nelson, what's going to happen with Reiss Nelson? You have to be worried about Reiss and to a certain extent Eddie as well. We talked about Laka and people are talking about Laka's got to be taken out, maybe for himself, just to have a rest. Eddie now should be looking at what Laka does, why Laka is in the team, why Laka's being picked over him, even though he's not scoring, and he's got to start learning about the progression of himself. Because by now, with the goals that we know, he's capable of scoring because he can get in the box and he can finish. He should be adding those other things to his game to be putting a bit more pressure on Laka, with all due respect to Lacazette. Well, he should have forced himself by now. If he had gone on loan at the start of the season and Laka's in the form he's in, people would probably be saying, what did you send Eddie out on loan for? He should be there. The fact is, if I had to speak to Eddie, I'd be saying, listen, I don't know if you've recognized it, but your opportunity is right now. As a number 9, if you want to play that role, it is now. Because you've got a number 9 at the moment who has low confidence, he brings so much to the team, but at the same time, if the manager has somebody that is a goal threat and doing that pretty well, he'd be probably playing you. He needs to get angry. So Ian Wright believes, well, of course, Eddie Nketiah needs to be angry with himself and get the best out of him so that he gets selected over Alex Lacazette frequently. But moving on, Egyptian Football Association announces that Mohamed Salah and Mohamed El Neni swabs still test positive for COVID-19, hence both will remain in self-isolation for more time. It came after swab tests concluded today. So Eslam Mahdi tweets out this, that Mohamed El Neni is definitely going to miss the game. Of course, on Sunday, his test again comes out positive. So, let's talk about the real deal. Let's talk about Arsenal's interest. But first, Sead Kolasinac has tested positive for the virus. According to reports in Bosnia, he will miss tonight's game with Italy. Get well soon, Sead. I hope you will. But moving on, if you see the youngster on the right-hand side, he is what Fabrizio Romano said that Arsenal are interested in signing. Now, Arsenal wants to sign Kasim Passa's 22-year-old Nigerian forward Otto Abbas in January. They have been following the young talent closely for several months. Otto Abbas is an attacking midfielder and attacker are the positions that I'm good at. That's what he says. Atto Abbas. Well, this kid has great potential, a name that has a great command of his feet. He moves very easily with the ball. He's also a fast and agile football player. Arsenal are preparing to make an attempt in January. So Atto Abbas is what Arsenal are looking at. One of the new signings at Arsenal is going to be Atto Abbas. So stay tuned and watch the news about it. But moving on, well, 5 substitution rule has been approved by the EFL. Still just the 3 in the Premier League for now. So EFL gets 5 substitutions. Unreal, isn't it? But moving on, there is this new trend which suggests that official sources stated that this is true. Something similar to that. It started since Donald Trump said something about his election. So Mesut Ozil tweets out, "London is red. Official sources stated that this is true." So Mesut, Twitter game strong, baby. But moving on, let's talk about some other stuffs. Let's talk about among the clubs that have approached Christian Eriksen's agent, Martin Schutz, is Arsenal. Arsenal have approached Christian Eriksen's agent through a well-known intermediary operating on the Milan-London axis, though Arteta's first choice is Hosam Aouar, for whom they had 40 million euros offer rejected. But Arsenal have now turned decisively towards Dominic Szoboszlai of Red Bull Salzburg. Christian Eriksen is Arteta's third choice. Yes, target for the attacking midfield position. A swap deal with Xhaka is unlikely as Inter are not enthusiastic about the Swiss international. So Inter are not at all interested in signing Granit Xhaka from Arsenal. So that's the whole reason why Christian Eriksen with a swap deal with Granit Xhaka is probably off the table for now. So, okay, I think it's fine. But moving on, while talking about more stuff, well, Tottenham star Harry Kane responds to Piers Morgan asking him to rejoin Arsenal. It was a very funny state of affairs. Piers Morgan had a wonderful laugh at it because Harry Kane says he has absolutely no intention of ever returning to Arsenal after the Good Morning Britain host Piers Morgan tried to persuade him to join Arsenal again. The Tottenham striker was on the show to encourage fans to wear a football shirt on Friday to support the Bobby Moore Fund for Cancer, though Morgan could not resist teasing Kane over his former allegiance. If you don't know, Kane was a very early Arsenal player. So Morgan trolled Kane with an infamous picture of the then 8-year-old celebrating Arsenal's Premier League title win in 2004, sporting a red shirt and, of course, dyeing his hair red as Freddie Ljungberg would do. So he says, "Now your history with football shirts is quite complicated, isn't it?" Morgan said, "because when you were a kid, as every gooner knows, you were a proud Arsenal fan. What happened to you, Harry Kane?" Harry Kane replied, "Well, I played for Arsenal when I was younger, and unfortunately for them, they let me go. So I've been at Tottenham since I was 11 years old and reaping the rewards of that now." He was asked if he was itching to get back to his roots. So Kane shut down Morgan's attempts to get him back to Arsenal. He says, "Absolutely not. No. We're in a good spot at the moment, so I'm happy at Spurs." Morgan actually continued his charm offensive later in the segment, trying to convince Kane to wear an Arsenal shirt for Friday's fundraiser and pleading with him to come back to the club to partner Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in that attack. He says, "We could always use this shirt, Harry, which is the one you used to wear when you played for Arsenal and you were an Arsenal fan. That's the shirt I want you wearing on Friday, Harry Kane, and I want you back in that shirt next season. You and Aubameyang up front would be invincible." Harry Kane laughed off Morgan's remarks, though had a little barb back of his own, while the lifelong Arsenal fan claimed he would not be able to bear the torment of seeing Spurs win the Premier League title. He says, "I know what that would do to you," laughed Kane. "That's extra motivation for me. Do not worry about that." So Harry Kane would never want to come back to Arsenal ever again, but we don't want him either. But moving on. And here's Arsenal's photo shoot 2020-2021. So our men's first team for 2020-2021. If you look closer, you can see Mesut Ozil. There's Willian, that's Alex Lacazette, Mark Macy, Alex Renarson, and Bernd Leno in the goalkeepers as well. And of course, we have won with the FA Cup and the Community Shield with that, with Hector Bellerin, David Luiz, Ceballos, Pepe, a lot of Arsenal players you can see in the mix. But moving on, Jesse Marsch. He is Red Bull Salzburg manager. He says, he was asked if Szoboszlai is going to leave on January or not. He says, "Yes. The reality is that a guy like Dominic Szoboszlai is likely to have many suitors this winter. He is an incredible talent. So, it has been confirmed that Dominic Szoboszlai is on the move. January is when Arsenal can actually try to get him. Arsenal, go and get your man. If you're looking at him, go and get. Please don't drag it to the last day. Please. We beg you. So, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came of all the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes back from every single day twice. So sit back, relax and enjoy all the news that comes on this platform. I will see you in the next one. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. 500 followers is what we ask. So help us reach there. Cheers. I'll see you in the next one.